My God. She was alive this whole time. My baby was alive.
She sat alone at a table meant for many, and the silence tasted heavier than the food she never touched. Outside the glass, a hungry girl stood watching strangers eat, her breath fogging the window like a prayer no one heard. Mireille pushed the bread aside without appetite, unaware that fate was already standing on the other side of the door.
Can I have your leftovers, ma'am? I haven't eaten in 3 days. I'm sorry. Forget it. I didn't mean to bother you.
I've told you 1,000 times. You cannot come in here.
Don't touch her. This young lady is my guest. Bring her a chair and a clean setting.
Ma'am, that's not necessary. People are staring. I don't matter.
Who told you that you don't matter? What is your name?
Paloma. Paloma Sandoval.
Are you hungry, Paloma?
So hungry. I forgot what hot food tastes like, ma'am.
Bring the best dish you have. Fish, soup, fresh bread, dessert. All of it.
Plates of golden fish and warm bread arrived before a girl who had forgotten what a real meal looked like.
Why are you doing this? You don't even know me.
Parce que, il y a longtemps, j'avais faim aussi. Pour quelque chose que l'argent ne pouvait pas acheter. I don't pay this much to eat beside a homeless person. Remove her now. If a hungry human being ruins your appetite, the door is right there.
The woman with the diamond necklace retreated toward the exit, and not a single person in the restaurant missed her.
You did that for me. Nobody has ever done anything like that for me.
Well, it was about time someone did. Eat, Paloma. The chocolate dessert is coming. Tell me something good. A dream. Something you love. There must be something.
Books. I read every book in the orphanage library. 3 times, some of them. I dreamed of being a teacher, teaching children to read. I earned a scholarship.
Et qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, quoi?
Life happened. People happened. Evil happened.
The street took your roof, Paloma. But it did not take your soul. How long have you been living on the street?
8 months. Doorways, dumpsters, hiding from men. People spat on me. I started to believe them. That I didn't deserve the air I breathe.
You matter, Paloma. Not for what you have, because you exist. I live alone in a house too big for one person. Come home with me tonight.
You don't know me. I could be a thief. It's dangerous to trust me.
Something about you tells me I found you for a reason. Call me crazy. Why do your eyes feel so familiar to me?
They walked together under the street lamps, one in cashmere and one in rags, casting shadows of exactly the same height.
This is bigger than the whole orphanage. Bigger than 3 orphanages.
A house this big, with nobody to fill, it is not a home. It is a museum. Renata, this is Paloma. Prepare the blue room. A hot bath with salts. Clean clothes.
The blue room, ma'am? You haven't opened that room in 22 years.
Yes, Nespron. Yes. The blue room.
She lay on the bed, staring at clouds a stranger had painted on the ceiling, and wondered why the room felt like it remembered her. On the other side of that door, Mireille pressed her palm to the wood and wept for every year the room had stood empty. 22 years earlier, a young mother screamed in a hospital corridor, reaching for a child the doctors said was gone. In a dim orphanage library, a small girl read every book 3 times because the stories were the only family she had.
Do I look all right? The clothes are too beautiful for me.
You look beautiful, girl. Truly. Like a princess.
I forgot what hot water feels like. I was in the shower for an hour. Sorry.
Use all the water you want. Come. Dinner is getting cold.
For the first time in 22 years, the long dining table held 2 place settings, and neither woman wanted the meal to end.
Find a nurse named Luz Delgado. She vanished 22 years ago. Pay whatever it takes.
Ma'am, are you all right? You seem sad. Did I do something wrong?
No, my girl. I'm waiting for news that will change my life. And I'm terrified.
I found Luz Delgado. She is alive. Terminal cancer. She has weeks at most. When I said your name, she wept. She said she has waited 22 years for this. Your daughter did not die that night. The fever passed. Someone bribed the nurse.
Who? Who would steal my daughter from me?
The order came from your brother-in-law, Gaspar Castillo. He did it for the inheritance. The nurse could not kill the baby. She left the child at an orphanage. No name, no papers. Santa Rosa Children's Home, where a girl with no last name grew up. A girl called Paloma.
Alone in the blue room, Mireille sank to the floor, clutching a lavender blanket in the truth that changed everything.
Are you certain? I cannot tell her and then be wrong. It would destroy us both.
A DNA test. I have a trusted lab. 1 sample from each of you. 48 hours.
At 3 in the morning, she stood outside the door, one hand hovering over the handle, terrified the miracle might vanish by dawn.
It is positive. 99.9%. Paloma is your daughter.
The envelope hit the floor, and 22 years of grief broke open inside a mother who finally knew her child was alive.
Ma'am, did you get your news? You have been crying.
I need to tell you something that will change everything. Sit down, please.
22 years ago, I had a daughter. They told me she died. They lied. Someone in my own family stole her. The nurse abandoned the baby at an orphanage. Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa. That is where I grew up. Where they told me nobody wanted me.
Nobody abandoned you. You were stolen from me. I cried for you for 22 years.
That does not happen in real life. I am a nobody. You are Mrs. Castillo.
You have a mole below your left ear. Your father painted clouds on that ceiling. That is your room.
You are my mother. You are my mother.
They held each other in the center of the vast, sunlit room, and neither one let go first.
How many nights were you cold while I slept in that huge empty bed? Forgive me.
My whole life I thought I was trash. And there was a mother crying for me every single day. There was a man, Tobias. He said he loved me. I signed papers. He took everything. He disappeared, left me the debts. They came looking for me. That is why I hid on the street.
Nobody will ever hurt you again. I have the money, the lawyers, and the will to protect you.
I want to go back to school, Mom. I want to be a teacher. I want to earn my place.
C'est ma fille. Vous serez le meilleur professeur que ce pays ait jamais vu.
She sat at a university desk with a pen moving fast, and the girl who once read by a bare bulb was becoming the teacher she had dreamed of being.
She was not completely useless after all. Time to cash in on this.
So you are the boyfriend who ruined her. I owe you a strange favor.
I created the problem. I can solve it. For the right price. We make Murray believe the girl knew everything. That the restaurant was a setup. Fake letters, manipulated photos, a bought witness. Her own fear will do the rest.
I am starting to like you, Tobias.
It began with a letter, anonymous, typed, venomous, and doubt crept in like smoke under a closed door. She stood at the rain-streaked window holding the letter, and for the first time since the reunion, trust began to crack.
Mom, is something wrong? You are different. Cold. Did I do something?
No, my girl. Just tired. Work things. That is all. Tell me the truth. Did you know who I was before you asked for my leftovers?
You think my hunger was an act? That my tears in that restaurant were a lie? Keep your money, Mom. I never wanted it. I just wanted a mother.
She pulled the old jacket back on and walked toward the front door, because leaving was the only dignity she had left.
Stop! Valentina, stop! Forgive me! Fear blinded me! You are incapable of lying!
No con artist gives up millions for a hug. Only a real daughter does that.
You believe me? You really believe me?
I believe you with all my soul. And we will find who is behind these lies. Together.
They held each other in the entrance hall, with the backpack dropped at their feet, and this time the embrace was armor.
Winston, find who sent those letters. Find that witness. Find Tobias. 48 hours.
They will charge me with perjury. A man paid me to lie. His name is Tobias.
In a small, rural bedroom, a dying woman clutched an envelope that held the confession she had carried for 22 years.
I accepted money from Gaspar Castillo to make the baby disappear. But I could not kill her. I kept a recording of Gaspar giving the order. My only life insurance. Take it. Bury that man. You saved my daughter. You could have killed her, and you did not. I forgive you, Luz. Gaspar, I caught a thief pretending to be my daughter. Come see for yourself. Quickly.
A street orphan. What did you expect? Family must protect itself from these people.
How curious. Because I have a recording of you ordering a nurse to make my baby disappear.
The smug expression collapsed in an instant, and for the first time in his life, Gaspar Castillo had no exit and no lies left.
My daughter is alive. She knows everything. And I would not run if I were you. Gaspar Castillo, Tobias Vidal, you are under arrest for kidnapping, fraud, and conspiracy.
That girl will never be a Castillo. She is a nobody from the gutter.
You are right about one thing. I grew up on the street. I asked for leftovers. But I learned something there. Money does not make a person. The heart does. So even if you keep everything, Uncle, you will always be poorer than I was in that doorway.
Red and blue lights flashed across the marble columns as the man who stole a daughter was led away in handcuffs.
It is over, my girl. Nobody will ever separate us again.
Never again, Mom. Never again.
She stood at the front of a sun-filled classroom with chalk in her hand, and the girl who asked for leftovers was now teaching children to read. The table was set for two, the candles were lit, and neither woman could remember what loneliness tasted like anymore. She lay beneath the painted clouds her father had made, and finally understood that the room had been waiting for her all along. From the doorway, a mother watched her daughter sleep and whispered a prayer of thanks for every accident that brought them back together. She walked into the morning sunlight with books in her hand and a name that finally belonged to someone who loved her. You will meet people who look at you and see nothing. They will call you worthless, invisible, a burden. They are wrong. They have always been wrong. Because somewhere in this world there is a table with an empty chair that was always meant for you. And the person sitting across from it has never stopped waiting.